How long would you make a guy wait before you give it up to him?
Depends on the guy. Depends on if I like him or if I'm physically attracted to him and the energy is there and I think it's mutual and I feel as though there's respect, it could be sooner than later. But if I feel as though this is somebody who is a long play, like you can kind of gauge that. Like initially you're like, okay, you're just short term, or no, you actually have qualities that I could see bringing us into the future, then that person I might have with him wait a little bit longer.
So if you and him are on the same page and the vibe is there, and he's like, yo, let's go up to the room, you'd be down. But if he's giving you more a nice guy vibe, you're more eager to stretch it out.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So why go after the bad boys after this long?
I think that there's almost a certain level of security in knowing that it's not something that I have to invest myself in.
So the fact that he doesn't care gives you the freedom
to also not care. If it's just a physical thing, it's just a physical thing. It's compartmentalized.
Ladies, do you agree or disagree with it?
It's just a lot to unpack.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. It definitely was.
If I'm into it, I'm into it. If I'm not, like, why are you stringing the nice guy out?
Well, can anyone have an answer? Why would you string the nice guy?
Because he's going to make $45 million playing for the fucking Rams in the Super Bowl. That's why.
The only way I see you like stringing the nice guy along is to make yourself seem like, oh, I'm not a hoe, and like I'm going to be a good girl, and like I'm
cool. So our friend Austin Dunham calls that selling purity. Selling purity, which a lot of girls, they'll sell purity. They'll sit there and they don't like the fact that they're being derided for having a high body count or whatever. So this is a situation. I want you to guys understand. Ladies, you want to make your boyfriends pissed off? I'll give you a great way to do it. Ready? Everybody, you might want to write this down. Tell your boyfriends, your current boyfriends, that when you were single and you were out wild, you loved having threesomes. But you don't do that anymore because you love him. Tell him that. Let him know that you don't do threesomes anymore because he's special and you see him different.
Had your fun,
and you had your fun, and you don't
you.
do that anymore. Tell your boyfriend that and see how it works.
No.
And make sure you film it.
No.
Make sure you film it when you do it. Has anybody ever experienced that where like you're in a relationship and now you've stopped doing that stuff, but when you were single, it didn't matter? Go ahead. Yes?
Instantly asked for it.
Can you grab the microphone?
He instantly asked for it.
Oh, what do you mean?
The threesome.
Okay. Your boyfriend.
Oh, you've already done this.
Yeah, I've been in this situation.
And then you said you didn't want to do it?
I mean, yeah.
How many times have you been in this situation?
A few.
Yeah, see. Experience.
Do you guys understand why dudes get mad? It's like, it's not... Okay, here's the issue, right? There's a survey there where guys and girls, they survey men and women, and they survey men and they say, which would make you more upset? If your girl had an emotional affair with another man, but they didn't have sex, or had sex with another man and there was no emotion involved. It's just like a quickie in the bathroom. They asked this to men and they asked this to women. Women say the emotional affair bothered them about 68, 70% of the time. Men said the sexual affair bothered them about 97% of the time. Because the problem is this, guys. If you guys go off and just like fuck some dude in a bathroom, or you had sex with some guy on the first date before you met us, the problem is we put in all this effort to be with you, but he didn't. He's like, well, I didn't even enjoy the sex, and that wasn't my boyfriend. It's like, well, he'd enjoyed it. That's the way we look at it. Do you understand? You look confused, Ms. Red X.
There's so much. Like, I mean, you keep going, but like from A to Z, there's so much to like unpack. Like, if like first of all, a man wants the same thing. Like, if a guy's thinking about a threesome, the girl is the last thing to think about a threesome. If a guy is asking a girl, hey, have you had a threesome before? Or like whatever. Oh yeah, we used to have them all the time. He wants that. There's no fucking way on earth that a guy doesn't want that.
Right.
Because he now knows that you're capable of it.
But he now knows that we can all do it together.
No. That's where you're wrong. Most girls I know who were having threesomes when they were single, when they get into relationships, stop doing them.
Well, I'm sorry for them. I don't know what to say about that.
We already know each other. We already know we're those
for
girls.
sure, but I don't know why you would stop if you enjoyed it. It's the same thing as like a relationship.
Especially
like,
when
why
you
would
love
stop doing what
somebody.
you want to do just because you found the one?
Insecurity.
Because if
Jealousy,
you love
insecurity.
somebody,
I
like, wouldn't you
understand.
want to make them the happiest they could ever be and do
Yeah.
all those amazing things with them?
I was gonna say that like when I met my husband, I didn't give out sex like clockwork. I didn't. I was very conservative, even though I was in the lifestyle, even though I was like a AKA swinger. I was a unicorn. I didn't. When I met him, I almost raped him. I wanted to fucking take everything he has. I wanted him immensely, and so much so that he.
And you
was
made
like,
him wait.
Back up. No, he said back up.
He made you wait.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you still married?
Oh yeah, 3 years.
So
God damn, nigga.
Interesting.
So And he's okay with the lifestyle,
Fucking perfect.
Yeah, he loves it. Well, he was already kind of trickling in there. He's very open-minded and everything else. But
Trickling.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. It's hard as a single male.
It's hard.
It's really
It's
hard.
hard. Go ahead,
Not
Jessica.
looking
That's
the
what she
same.
said.
So for me, it's like, I mean, when I was younger, I'm only like 29. So like I haven't lived a full fucking life of everything. But when I was with past relationships, they've always like gone after like my best friends. And yes, I see your face. And so
W-Mans.
so then like whenever like they've always brought up threesomes with me, and they've always brought up my best friends, which is something that I'm like very picky about, because one, that's my person and my other person, and also you're fantasizing about my other person, and that puts a wedge between me and the girl and my relationship with you, you know. So and it becomes like, are you actually in this with me, or are you getting to my other person?
No, it's that sex doesn't mean as much to us because we're men. That's the difference.
But to me, I'm like, oh, you're going through me to get to my friend. It's an easy way to go to them.
Okay,
and then
so
do you prefer that person over me? And then that becomes a jealousy
so
issue.
Red,
and
the
know
thing I
it's a
just
jealousy
described
issue.
is what she's describing now. It's a level of jealousy. Now, my question to you is, since you started doing adult work, has it made it different to where you start dating a guy and then he like wants you to do things that were outside your comfort zone previously?
No, because I'm all about my work.
Okay.
I don't have relationships.
Oh, so you don't have relationships anymore. You just do adult work.
As of right now, no. If somebody were to come into my life and it meant something to me, then yes. But right now, I am single and I am keeping it that way.
How old are you?
29.
Okay.
So I've had things and it's been great, but my thing is that it's hard to find a relationship kind of in the adult industry, because either you are dating someone also in the adult industry and you have to have a mindset that they're also doing that, which I am completely fine with. But two, people that are not in the adult industry don't want you doing what you do.
They don't understand.
So are you okay with being single for the rest of your life because of what you're doing?
No, I believe that I do have a soulmate out there and I am looking for it. My parents were amazing people and they were soulmates, and I do believe in love.
I mean, you might. Like,
There's a guy in here who has a book about soulmates. I can't remember where the fuck he is.
There you go. Was your mom a porn star?
No.
So can you follow your mom's pattern at that point or no?
No, I'm my own entity.
But you're saying like your mom and dad fell in love.
Yeah, they met. My mom actually sold the trailer house to my dad that we lived in my whole life.
Would your dad have married your mom if she was in your line of work?
This was in the 90s.
I mean,
in
they
the
had
80s.
porn stars in the 90s too.
Yeah, they had better
And
porn
North
stars in the
Dakota.
90s. Real talk.
It's different then. Times change.
Dude,
It's a
back
lot
guys,
different.
then in the 90s, because there was no OnlyFans, the only way you'd make it is either you were like closed nude or you did porn. So like the porn stars back then, like Chasey Lane and Jenna Jameson, were like world class models. It was go back and look at 90s porn.
Like
you can say like go back and look at the video quality is the video quality is worse. The girls were flawless. Like it was great because they were making dude, Jenna Jameson would make $10 million a year doing porn, like studio porn. That is unheard of now.
In the 90s?
In the
Like,
90s, she had a
absolute,
contract.
like,
She had a
your
contract with Vivid for like
fantasy
$10 million. It's fucking crazy. She's from Vegas. It was crazy the
That's
money
like
they were
$80
making.
million now.
Yeah.
And
She's
then
making
the
more than
soft,
Stafford.
Yeah.
the soft porn would be Playboy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like you do Playboy and then that was it. Like there was nowhere else for you to go.
No, there
like
was nowhere
there was
to
no
go.
'cause even bottle service making $200,000 a year didn't exist until 2004.
And then if you're with Playboy, you're contracted to be with one person and one person only.
What do you mean?
Hugh Hefner.
You don't have to be with you, Hefner, but a lot of them were with you.
But, Mike, hear me out here, right? So my theory is, if I have a main girl, right, and that's like my main girl, I don't want to do threesomes with her at all, because like even though she might be cool with it because of me, I know deep down it's like, hold on, you gave her a harder stroke than you give me. Like, what's going on with you?
Really?
Like,
that bothers you?
deep down? I'm telling
I
you,
love watching two women fucking attack each other. I don't give a shit.
It's better for me to just like not put her in that
Interesting.
predicament.
So you have a main girl and you have another girl you have threesomes with.
Yes. but hold on. I'm protecting her jealousy because it's gonna happen, bro. At some point, either the second time, the third time.
Fresh, did you get that vasectomy I told you to get? God damn it.
Oh, God.
I do.
But wait, how would
No comment.
how would your main chick feel knowing that? Like, is she okay with it? You
Well,
going out and
she's
having
taken care of. All the bills are paid. She can do whatever she wants. Credit card, everything. She's living life. So
Is she allowed to have?
Fuck no.
Okay,
But
but that's
hold
a
on.
double standard.
Hold on.
That's a double standard.
There's an understanding where like we made this connection and we understand what's happening. And in real time, she's cool with it.
So she's okay with it. That's
So
what
I
I'm
could
saying.
fuck
Okay.
like another dude, like if I was your girl.
No. But, hold on. Question.
But I'm protecting you. I'm protecting your feelings.
Why would you want to fuck another
But
dude?
I'm
Where's
protecting
Jeff?
your
Why would you want to fuck another girl?
Really
Because it's
upset
fun.
to find out
Again,
that
what
I'm
are you
fucking
talking
another
about?
dude.
Mike mentioned men can detach. I mean, I know you can too, but like most girls can't. But I can detach the sex and intimacy and emotional connection from just smashing a girl.
But I feel like women can
So
do
like-
that
But
too.
women can do
Okay,
that.
so this is always time out.
Hold
This
on.
is always the response is that women can do it too. Hold on.
Mike, are you gonna pay?
can.
Hold on, question. Are you gonna pay all my bills?
Well, no, but I wouldn't have a man that pays my bills.
but that-
Fuck that.
Okay,
You,
but
you don't want a
different.
man who pays your
Very
bills.
true. No,
You're
So
absolutely
you're
not.
an independent woman and all that other stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, I get it.
I do not want that.
Didn't you say you're married?
Yes.
You pay your husband's bills?
I pay my own bills.
What does he do?
Just
You
like
pay-
I did when I was before.
So it's like 50-50. You go out to dinner and you split the bill and shit.
I pay for my stuff and he pays for his.
Your husband.
Yes.
Really?
That's strange to me, man.
That's a strong.
Anyway, I'm
woman.
taking you guys all out to sushi after this. All right.
Okay,
That's the norm.
Nice.
In the industry, it's very common that people can dissociate the difference between having a loving partner and having porn. I do it all the time.
Hold on.
But it's harder.
The average girl isn't like that though.
Okay,
I
so
know,
so
but that's
so
average girl, but
let's
you're
use
talking
some
on a
let's use some
OnlyFans
math here.
podcast.
You guys are different.
Let's use some math here. So great video. I recommend all of you guys watch. It's called "Did Mooncat Debunk Evolutionary Psychology?" It's on Alex Date Sykes' channel, and William Costello comes on there and he starts talking about the biggest differences between men and women. The two of the biggest differences. Number one is upper body strength. Like for instance, as a man, median upper body strength for a man puts him in like the top 98% of women. And then the other one was desire for sexual variety. Men's desire for sexual variety is 2 standard deviations wider than men's.
Right.
Meaning like if the average man's desire for sexual variety puts him in the 99th percentile or 98th percentile. So the fact that there are some women, believe it or not, girls on OnlyFans like to come on these podcasts and publicize their OnlyFans. Girls who are OnlyFans who like multiple partners, even though you like multiple partners, you don't like as many multiple partners as men, and I can prove it because there's studies that are done where there are men in the Castro. Do you ladies know where the Castro is? The Castro, the Castro district in San Francisco, California. When homosexual men were left unchecked and there was no female selectivity involved, they were having sex with 200 men a year. I know a lot of porn stars, and none of them are on their own without getting paid fucking 200 men a year. On average, the top 5% of women have 16 sexual partners in their life. The top 1% is 35. For men, the top 5% is 50 sexual partners, and the top 1% is 150 sexual partners. It is 5 times as much as women.
Congratulations.
So while I agree with you, that there are some women out there that can detach sex from love, you are an order of magnitude short of what men can do. Like average men can do it. Like for women, they have to be in the adult industry to even kind of approach that number. For men, you got to be 14. That's it. Like it doesn't fucking matter. That's it.
I have a question real quick for the ladies on the panel. Do you prefer sex for money or pleasure?
Can you rephrase the question?
Like sexual, I guess intimacy. Do you prefer for money or pleasure?
Is it for work or is it for my personal
Just in general.
gratification?
Let me rephrase it. Transactional sex or validational sex?
Validation.
Okay. For you?
Definitely. I would love to fuck somebody that I love rather than fucking someone I don't love for a little bit of money.
Okay. For you?
Same, 100%.
For you?
Yeah, 100%. I would rather have someone.
No one's going to admit to transactional sex.
Why not? Well, there are some people that do.
Go to Miami,
There
they
are
will.
some people.
Well, okay, you're right. I mean, some people will, but
100%. I honestly feel like if somebody
Wait till Lindsay
believes
comes
in
back.
love,
I want a new car.
I honestly feel like if someone believes in love and believes that they have somebody out there, they just don't know it, they're going to choose love over transactional all the time.
I think most people are going to choose love over transactional all the time.
You'd be surprised.
I'm not saying that it doesn't happen sometimes, but I have friends who are sugar babies and porn stars, and they still want to fall in love. You know what I'm saying? It's just transactional is an addition. Or no, it's just one of these things where like they become diluted to the point, or not diluted, but what's the word I'm looking for? Jaded to the point where it's like, I'm never going to find love. I might as well do this for money. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of girls do that.
I've been in moods like that before,
Yeah.
where I was dancing and I'm like, you know what? I'm not interested in dating anybody. I'm really about my money. And I've had guys, you know, trying to holler at me. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm saving you, honestly, from me.
Saving you from me and the power forward for the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, inside joke.
No,
Inside.
I'm gonna let me throw one out here too. I'm gonna tell you his story time right now. Oh wait. It's story time right now. I got that one. Story time right now. Actually, in this book, in my first book, I tell this story. When I used to work in the wine and spirits industry, I used to do liquor promotions and stuff like that. You know, Martini Fest and stuff. So what I would do is I had to be in charge of hiring the girls to come out and be poor P-O-U-R, poor girls.
Models.
Yeah, models more or less. They're basically booth candy, right? So I'm out there and I'm listening. You know, I can't drink when I'm working these things. So I'm listening to the conversations of these women. And one of the conversations they had was, would you ever have sex with a guy on the first date? Or have you ever had sex with a guy on the first date? And of course, the other one says, oh, yeah, of course, unless he's boyfriend material. If he's boyfriend material, then I'm going to make him wait.
What we just saw up there.
Which that's why I pulled that clip, because it's almost identical to, and this was like back in like 2005, 2007, somewhere around. So when I use this as an example in my book for the fact that women have no problem with cognitive dissonance when it comes to hypergamy. Okay, so if something is like if it's a short-term sexual relationship where it's a guy, you know, the hot guy in the foam cannon party on Cancun at spring break, and you know, I was drunk, he was cute, and one thing led to another, and then there's a guy who is the dad, right? He's the potential, like she was saying before, if he looks like he has potential. But the thing is she's, as he was saying, she's giving it up to the guy on spring break, unearned, no effort, validational sex, whereas the guy who is the good dad, the guy who might be a Matt Stafford, might be somebody that in the future is going to be a winner at some point, that's the one she's going to make wait. And it's almost like crazy backwards world. Like, why would you do that? And the reason for that is because women break rules for alphas and they make rules for betas.
Facts.
And if she's making rules for you, you are a beta. So the thing with Matt Stafford, for example, the fact that she's comfortable being on that podcast saying this after the fact, because I don't know how long they've been married, right? But after the fact, and still saying, yeah, I got him because I played the long game, like this girl was saying before. And you know what? Has Matt Stafford said anything about this? We don't know. I guess he hasn't really responded to this yet.
Not that we know about.
But in fact, if he doesn't, then all it does is reconfirm to her ego that she married the guy who's the beta, who will jump through the hoops, who did everything that she wanted him to do because she fucked the backup quarterback. Because he was the guy, the hot guy in the foam cannon party that she wanted to fuck. The other guy is the guy that she makes rules for.
That shit's crazy to me. That shit's crazy because my girl won't tweet something without showing me what the hell she's tweeting.
Yeah.
Okay? So for a woman to go on a podcast and start saying, yo, I've been fucking this other dude, and just to put it out in the world like that, you're basically destroying that guy's life.
He had to have known it, too.
Not only that, she could have gotten it clipped. She could have gotten being like, hey, that's a hot take. I want it taken out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's.
But why even say it in the first place?
Crazy. Yeah.
Do we know if
It is
anything
fucked
actually
up.
like happened?
She didn't look drunk.
She was happy. Like
We don't
to
know.
say it.
Yeah, no, she looked proud.
She didn't look like it.
Yeah.
So
was happy about it.
obviously there is something with her life that she's like, I want this out there, because she completely could have said, hey, I don't like this take. I could have gotten it taken out, and they probably would have, because legally I think in a lot of podcasts you kind of have
No,
to.
you don't. So we're live streaming right now. We can't take anything out. And according to federal law, you speaking into a microphone amounts to
Permission.
Permission, yeah. So
But to post it for long term,
you could ask to have it taken down if you wanted to say, like, you could, but I don't think you have any legal standing, especially not on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a digital footprint you are not going to get away from.
I just wouldn't probably say anything if I didn't want it out there.
Speaking into a microphone equals consent. That's what a lot of people have.
I don't even think it has anything to do with that. I think it has to do with the fact that she's that comfortable with bringing it up, and is like laughing and is I'm proud of herself for doing it.
Yeah, she is.
But again, she's only
like a little joke, and then
she's only revealing like what the other girl was revealing too, right? Which is there's guys that you want to fuck. There's guys who fuck, and then there's guys who are.
Let me ask you something, ladies. Do you see how it's confusing as a man, just to pretend a man who hasn't had sex with a woman in like 2 years, when he sees that the men who have boundaries kind of act like assholes, like sit there, they are called the bad boy, act like a scoundrel, are having more sex, and then the men who are not doing that are having less or no
Punished.
sex. Do you understand how it's almost like the world siphons men into becoming like this, and then you blame them for it, and it's one of these crazy things where it's
they're all narcissists.
Like consider the attributes of. Let's just consider the attributes if there is a patriarchy. If there is a patriarchy, it exists because of what concepts and attributes like what being more assertive, being more aggressive, right? Those things would cause men to build a patriarchy because they would want being more ambitious. Well, if you keep having sex with men who are more assertive, more aggressive, and ambitious, you're going to have children, because this is how genetics works, that are more assertive, more aggressive, and ambitious. So you keep rewarding men for the attributes that create the patriarchy that you're complaining about.
Sounds a lot like operant conditioning, doesn't it?
And isn't it crazy? And then you are a man, and you're like a nobody, and you sit there and you keep looking at men who are rewarded with sex and babies with men who are more aggressive, more assertive, and more ambitious. So what do you become as those men? If there are two genders, and one of the genders is completely and totally rewarded for acting in a patriarchal manner, what do you think happens to the world? Of course, this is the way things. That's the way. So, like, literally, the last chapter in Dr. Boss's book, When Men Behave Badly, he talks about if women wanted men to stop acting in these behaviors, stop rewarding them with sex. Do you think they are? Of the videos you just saw, does it look like that's what they're doing? No, they're not. And so that's the reason why the world is the way it is. And I know women hate this idea. They say, what are you blaming us for the fact that men are aggressive? Yes. The reason why we're bigger than you is because we competed with other men for you. That's the reason why it is. You know what hypergamy is? It's not men comparing men to women. It's you, ladies, comparing other men to other men. You stratify us. That's what happens. And so we have to compete with one another. We have to be more ambitious. We have to be more assertive, and we have to be more aggressive. And in doing those things, we create a world where the Fortune 500 companies, 450 of the 500 CEOs are men. That's the reason why. Does everybody understand?
Yes. What do you think about women about that same thing with women though?
Yeah.
What do you mean that we? So the attributes that we would reward in women is a small waist, a nice hip to waist ratio, clear skin, signs of youth, facial symmetry, and femininity.
What if a girl's independent and doing her business?
Right, but hold on. But if she's independent and waits later to have children, is she going to have more children or fewer children?
Well,
she's going to have fewer. So how, and from Darwin's standpoint, who is going to be rewarded more? The conservative woman who goes to church and has 15 kids, or the woman who waits after her PhD till she's 31 and has one?
But the thing is that those people that are having 15 kids, are those kids actually getting like a good education? Are they getting a good love life?
4 kids, whatever, 4 kids. It doesn't make.
But you know what I mean? Because a lot of the time is that those people are like. The women are strung out. They're waiting for something to happen. They're tired.
He's not talking about the raising of kids though. He's talking about the law of averages. Like how many kids are going to be produced from one pairing versus another pairing. So it's not so much about like the raising of the children. It's how many kids come out of the womb basically.
But I don't really.
Like, the thing is, nature doesn't care how the babies are born. It cares that the babies are born.
Do you understand why people, like the average IQ, while it does go up over time, why is it there aren't a bunch of people with 130 IQs? The reason why is as you get higher up in the IQ scale, you actually wait longer and longer to have children because you have more of an ability to garner income. Does that make sense?
Okay.
If you have a 130 IQ, you're more likely to become a PhD. And in doing so, you wait longer. So now the girl in the trailer park has 3 baby daddies and 6 children, and she has an IQ of 74. Okay. The lady with the IQ of 130, who has got her second PhD in cosmology, has 0 children. Do you understand?
Okay.
And so this is where idiocracy comes in. Like, we just keep dumbing down the population, and now 4% of millennials believe the fucking earth is flat.
That's sad.
Shout out Zerka.
So what I'm hearing is that
Zerka's stuck in the firmament.
So what I'm hearing is that I'm almost 30 with no children, and I'm like, you think I'm smart?
Yes, I do think you're incredibly. I think you have a high IQ. That must be what it is.
I think you're delusional, honestly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I don't want kids. I would give my.
Oh, you don't want kids at all?
No, if my person that I fell in love with and that I marry wants kids, I would give him a child, but I would not choose to have a child on my own. No, it would not be for myself.
You're going to be tied up for 9 months. You do get that, right?
So then, would you be a good mom, though, at that point? Because you really want kids?
I would be a great mom. The thing is that I would not choose to have children because I want children.
Yeah, but pregnant OF porn, you get some high premiums.
right.
You understand?
You're right.
You can get $50 a month.
Crazy for that.
Pregnant OF porn.
What about the kid after the fact though? Like my mom does OnlyFans. What about school? Like getting bullied? Like you don't really think about that at all?
No, because I know a lot of people who would do that and who are porn stars who have kids and they're fine.
It's becoming the new norm.
I mean, are they really fine though?
Yeah.
Are they really fine?
You know, the thing is, Walt, the problem is
Depends on how you raise
people
your
are becoming so fucking progressive. Like, do you remember that one guy who was dating that porn star, the hot, what's it called, the hedonist?
Yeah.
Well, that dude, and he was dating a porn star, and then Adam 22 goes, "Your girl's pussy is fire." You remember that tweet where, and then right after that showed a photo of him fucking her, like right afterwards, and then he broke up with her the next day. Yeah. The problem is, why did that guy think that? Hey, I'm gonna go fucking public with my porn star girlfriend. Why did he think that? It's because the woke people he hangs out with, they tell him that this is how you should be, and don't worry about it because it's immature to feel embarrassed. I am a performance coach. I was talking to my sales team today, and I said, sales team, what do you think would happen to your ability to sell this program if people could go spend $5.99 and watch my girlfriend fucking other men? What would happen as a performance coach? And they'd be like, we wouldn't sell anything. We would actually go out of business. I'm like, yes, this is exactly my point. It's very different for men than it is for women. And that's the problem. And every time, and no disrespect to you, or when we had Savannah Staggs on here, whenever we talk to porn stars that come on here, do you know what they say? I don't want to get married. I don't want to fucking have kids.
Oh, I want to get married. I want the full thing.
Okay, got it.
What?
Say,
really?
Yeah.
Story time again.
I believe in love.
Story time again. Story time again. Okay, I've said this before, like Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes. Okay, Eva Mendes said exactly the same thing. I never want kids. I'm totally against kids. I hate them, right? Until she met Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
And now she wants his babies. She didn't want to have children until she met the right. Well, Ryan Gosling had to be the guy, right? So, but she said, I want to have his babies. And I think that probably at some point along the way, if you meet a guy like you meet Ryan Gosling,
if I meet my person, I would probably want
you
his
will change.
babies.
You will change your mind.
Sure.
Yeah,
you
no,
will
for
change
sure.
your mind.
Yes,
100%.
Because I love that person, and that person wants babies,
And
and
what
I want to.
Could it possibly have been the guy you gave the Hawk Tui to yesterday?
No.
So why not? Hold on. So why not? Why couldn't it have been him?
Love wins.
That person's in LA.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It seems like a nice guy. What's the matter with him?
What's his name?
You'll have to check out on my OnlyFans.
Bruh. Come on, man.
It's not even up yet, to be honest.
Uh-oh.
I don't wanna see that shit.
It's not
such a
even
good
up
video.
yet. It's not up yet.
Stop the
Pause.
cap.
It's such a good video that I don't even know when I'm going to release it because it's going to take a minute to figure out what the pricing should be on it. 'Cause
Yes.
It's that fucking
Show it to
good.
your
So
kids.
I was one that didn't want kids or marriage. I was. Maybe me.
Yeah.
But met him, and I don't know what the fuck happened. He never moved out.
You never
Yo, have you heard
Never moved
Karma
out.
Carmen's story on how she met her husband? You know who Karma
No.
Carmen is?
Yeah.
Guys, if you have a chance and you want to see the ultimate 6 standard deviations from the norm, nuttiest thing I've ever heard in my life. She was fucking 2 guys and then at a party and then started talking to this other guy, tried to get away from him, and then fucked his friends, and then afterwards the dude asked her out, and went out with him, and then he deployed in the Middle East, and so while he was deployed in the Middle East, paid a male porn star to come fuck her while he was in Iraq, and then during her first DP scene brought a dozen donuts, and then goes
That's
on.
amazing.
It's not fucking amazing.
I know.
That is not amazing.
That's amazing. I love
Yeah.
That is the craziest shit. You know what I'm talking about, Karma Carmen? That is the craziest shit.
Why?
Bro, our world is fucked, bro. We're fucked.
We're fucked. Yeah,
bro.
100%.
Really fucked.
Why is
This
that?
is scary.
Enjoy the decline. Welcome to our side.
I'm waiting for the flood, brother. I'm waiting for the
welcome
flood.
welcome to Access Vegas.
Yeah,
This is our side.
Fresh. I got to take this opportunity because we had this conversation last time you guys were on.
Yeah.
And I brought this up as well. Now, I'm not endorsing this. I'm not saying I hope this fucking happens. I'm just saying this is just for sake of argument here. Is when you talk about, won't your kids be embarrassed of you being on OnlyFans? Won't your kids it could be Instagram. It doesn't have to be OnlyFans or Sex Panther or whatever the fuck it is, right? It doesn't have to be that. It could be anything. And I was arguing at that time. I said, look, by the time we get those kids for 10 years from now, 16 years from now, whatever it is, those kids, by the time they get to be close to adults or they're in high school, they're teenagers, they're going to be in school with other guys or with other kids who their moms either were on OnlyFans or they still are on OnlyFans.
And by the
it's
way,
just something we're fucking doing right now. We're all stuck in the 20th century.
And making fun of them will be immediate expulsion. Immediate expulsion.
Or they won't
making
care.
Making fun of a kid because mom was on OnlyFans. I'm telling you, in the next 10 years will be immediate expulsion.
What percentage of women do OnlyFans? Because in Miami, it's like 15%.
No, it's not 50%.
It's 15. 15.
I've looked this up. So Miami has the greatest content, the greatest number of content creators, and they may have 15% of OnlyFans girls.
Yes.
But Dade County has like 4 million people. There's no way 15% of the women there. Only 3%. By the way, just out of curiosity, because we're in Vegas, I'm just curious. Can you guys, just with your hands, put up the number of women, the percentage of women in the United States that have breast implants? What percentage do you think it is? Anybody? Just say it. Just put your hands up. What do you think it is?
I mean, it's become a present now.
Yeah,
so
what is it? Just really quick. Fast. 85% of women have breast implants. What do you think?
What?
Yeah, in America.
Bit high.
20?
20? What do you think?
I would go a little bit lower, probably be like 70.
70%? What do you think?
Yeah, I think like 60.
60? What do you think?
I don't know. I was gonna say 8%.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under. For
3% of women have breast implants. 3%. Go to fucking Kansas. Go. Seriously, dude. It is so crazy. You guys say this shit. I was in fucking Charleston, South Carolina last weekend and did not see a single pair of fake boobs the entire time I was there.
You're in the Bible Belt.
Of course. The nonsense, guys. I am from. I got my wings in San Antonio, Texas, the city in the United States with the highest level of breast implants in the entire country, and I still don't even like. It's 3% of women have breast implants. Do you see how crazy? Like, guys, everybody's watching this. Do you see the dissonance of how crazy this is?
But are their implants just not clockable?
No, that's like the number of implant. No, it's very simple to do. All you do is look at the number of implants that Mentor and Dow Corning produce, the number of surgeries, and the number of women in the United States, and you can come up with a very simple number. It's a very simple number. Like it's
probably like 0 in Kansas, but like 10% in Miami.
It's not even 10%. I bet you in Miami it's 7%. It's not even that much because you guys are forgetting about Mamita, who like sits at home and fucking cooks buñuelos. She doesn't have fake tits. She doesn't have fake tits, and she's still a woman. All the women who live in Boca, who live in the fucking, who live in the elderly clinic, they don't have fake tits either.
Do we know what the statistics are for Vegas?
No, I agree. Like if we're talking on Brickell, right next to Moxie's, maybe we're getting like 30%.
It's a Miami starter pack.
Like you get your tits done, then your ass. It's a Miami starter. I love that. Somebody on here actually said 85% of women have fake tits. That is the craziest.
Okay, what's our stats for Vegas?
It's actually no. It's funny. Scottsdale, I think, has a higher percentage than us. Fucking San Antonio has a higher percentage.
I would love to know. I feel like
it's actually not as high as you think. No, because if we're just talking about the city of Paradise, I'll bet you it's pretty high. I bet you it's pretty. Paradise, by the way, the Las Vegas Strip is in the city of Paradise. It's not in Las Vegas. If we're talking about just Paradise and Enterprise and Summerlin and Henderson, it's probably higher than 3%, but it's not higher than 20.
That's
it really is.
So wild. I feel like everyone has fake tits.
Yeah.
I do have to say, in North Dakota, I only know one person with fake tits.
For sure.
That was you.
I'll show you another one.
She just got hers.
I got mine done here in Vegas.
There you go.
Oh, you did.
Which doctor?
You just got them. That's
Dr. Richards. Shout out to Dr. Richards.
Dr.
He
Richards,
does amazing work.
This show is sponsored by Dr.
Before we do that, shout out to Dr. Corsandi and also shout out to Lane Smith. Okay, I want to give everybody some love today. I want them all on my podcast.
Fresh, when you're leaving, when you're heading out on Sunday, and you're in the Vegas airport, just like don't look at your phone. Just walk around,
and you won't see a single girl with a boob job. You'll see a single girl. You will see morbid obesity, and you will see a single fucking girl with a boob job. It is crazy.
You'd be like, get me the fuck out.
Dude, when I was in Wichita, Kansas, when I was in Macon, Georgia, there was not a single girl you would see with a boob job anywhere. Now, yes, and by the way, when I was in New York, I didn't see a single girl with a boob job there either. Did not see a single one. And for the most time when I'm in Hollywood, I don't see a single girl with a boob job there. When I'm in Orange County, every girl has a boob job. Yes, it's different.
I think it's because beauty standards in like New York and other places are also like small-breasted people are like alternative and they look cute and they're like praised. Here in Vegas, we are praised for big booty, big tittied bitches.
Yes, two thumbs up.
I mean, honestly, like on
keep getting them
on a scale, for example, if you had to pick between BBL and titties, to to be done first. What'd you choose?
Titties.
Bro, we're in Vegas. We're in Vegas. We're in
I would
Vegas.
never get a BBL.
Bro, we're in
There's
Vegas.
so many people that are dying
hold
from
on.
BBLs.
Fresh, you're not in South Beach.
Fresh. We're in South Beach. They would say the opposite. We're in Vegas. Like Vegas, this is Vegas. Here are Scottsdale. They're going to say
People are
there are
dying from
regional
BBLs.
differences.
like lady girls in like OC and here are dating billionaires with no ass and big fake tits. Like it's
Now-
not. It's just a different vibe here.
I have thought about getting Sculptra, which is like a BBL with.
Yeah,
with
ladies, don't get
safer-
implants, please. Like do a fat transfer. Like
Yeah.
do not get. I'm not
Sculptra-
recommending a BBL, but do not get implants. Get a fat transfer.
If I can say this,
Sculptra-
like women are fucked up in the head enough. They don't need any silicone in there. They like to fuck it up anymore. I'm just kidding.
Sculptra is just like it's Sculptra.
It's sculpting. It's
So
sculpting.
it's to produce your collagen in your butt. So
or we can go to the gym. guys.
Jessica.
Don't do it in your ass.
No, not
I have two words for you. I got two words for you.
I got you.
Squat rack.
I'll put in the work.
I mean, I could, but
rack.
here's the thing:
Build
like,
one.
I used to work out 2 hours a day for 5 days a week, and I got abs and no fucking ass because
Well, listen, that's what steroids are for. A firm white girl ass is great. A small, firm white girl ass, 2 thumbs up. It's okay to have a firm white girl ass. You do not
You know what we
need
call that in Miami?
Puerto Rican. What?
Guys
A flat
actually
back.
like-
A flat back. That's right.
actually nice
A
compared to,
Nasitol.
like,
No acetol.
No acetol.
Nasitol. That's what we
I
call it.
personally
that
wouldn't
one.
like buy anything that I can work for, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like titties, I can't.
I can't
you know?
do it.
But
Well, you can do a lot
my
of bench
booty-
press, and then maybe.
No.
No, that's a myth. We just smell that.
Gym and you can get gains.
wait,
You
You know what
can
I
still
mean?
get a hip dip. Hip dip's a genetic. It's hard to get
No,
hip dips
sure,
done.
absolutely.
If you're
But I'm just
Brazilian, you're
saying-
born with ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the best show ever. Let's go. Let's go.
This just in: liberal cities have no boobs. Republican cities have big.
That is
boobs.
absolutely true. Let's go here.
That was
What's
too
the
good.
next video? we got?
Okay, I gotta ask you guys first. Would you be proud if your girl was dating Drake and then now she's dating you? Probably not. Okay, that's your build.